Do you know, waking up in the morning with this kind of view can be a little bit inspiring. Certainly makes me feel that this place, London, is all about opportunities and that kind of thing. And that's a really sort of corny way of getting around to what I want to have a quick word with you guys about today. My favourite social media platform, which is LinkedIn, as you know. Well, some of you do. It is all about opportunity. It's about making the best of yourself and making a slight differential that will put you way above everybody else. And what I've found looking into people's profiles in the recent weeks is there's some really common and simple errors that people are making, or not bothering to do even, that would just completely change the way that both people on LinkedIn and, for that matter, Google, YouTube and all these other areas will get access to your information, to you as a business and to you as a company. So what I'm going to do here is just highlight a few of those issues and try and help you to make a bit of a difference. Really simple little things that can change the way you look. So I hope you enjoy it, I hope you get some value out of it, and let's get straight in there and have a look.
Today I want to focus on just the very top part of the profile, which I call the top box, which is where you have your image, you put your name, details of what you're all about, or a headline if you like, your location, current positions and previous positions. Now I'm showing Graham's profile partly because he's a friend of mine, and partly when I addressed his profile he was pretty happy with it and said I could use it for whatever I want. So there you go, Graham, I'm taking full advantage of that. This is just a image, actually. It's a JPEG picture I took of a screenshot of Graham's summary, sorry, his whole profile in fact, when I initially took a look, and I'd done one recommendation for him before, as you can see, but it's pretty sparse. There's not an awful lot there of any nature, not too many people he knows, the odd group here and there, and really pretty Spartan for getting yourself noticed and above board. So focusing now on the top box, issues I have with this one, pretty straightforwardly, images pretty much is the view of most that are front facing picture, pretty smiling face, at least looking straight onto the camera is good. I can't see him there. I don't think even Graham would admit that's quite a small shot of himself. The name, can't really go wrong with that, spelt correctly of course. This area here, the headline if you like, is very much the first thing that anybody is going to see and take note of. Now, not that it's a really big piece of information, but a lot of people just put the phrase managing director or their position in a company in that place. Graham's in fact put a little bit more in and mentioned more about his route in and business, which is independent motion pictures and film professional, albeit that's not actually that up to date, as you'll probably see fairly shortly. 120 characters you can have in there if you want. It is all keyword searchable in Google, so it's worth looking around and maybe searching for yourself or searching for competitors in similar positions to yours and seeing what words and phrases come up, and find the people that you want to find or the businesses that you want to find, and then use them within that section. So let's go now and have a look at the updated section. Righto, now we're in the updated Graham Fordham profile. I'm just going to spin you down the page and you're going to see the amount of detail that you can put in, the different sorts of content, including video, including audio, podcasts, things like that in these sections. I'm not going to focus, I'll come back to these at a later date at the moment because I want to focus on the top box, but this is really just giving you an idea of some of the things that you can do with your account to make it a little bit more content rich. Gives people some interesting things to look at, not just writing, but in the writing, if they are taking an interest to you, an intense amount of detail that tells your story. Call it an elevator pitch, call it what you want. You want people to understand who you are and what you are. So I think you'll notice and agree that comparatively speaking, this is a very different profile to the one you saw a few minutes ago. So let's come back up to the top again. And let's just take a look at this top box in a little bit more detail and cover off the points I mentioned earlier. The front-facing face, bit of a smile, it's not a bad picture, certainly tells you who Graham is. If you saw him in the street, you would certainly recognise him. Again, the name is in the right place, but this is the area I want you to focus on. A lot of the things we found with looking at different profiles is people don't keep them up to date. And as you will see here, Graham has changed his role and his vocation that he wants to cover. He's now into dyslexia, and having been a sufferer for some time, he now runs a consultancy and a mentor program. So we have spent some time looking into the phrases that people are searching for, and these are highly ranked in Google. And Graham tells me that since this profile has been updated, he's had great success in connecting with people that he wants to actually speak to. He's still into filmmaking, so in this section you can see documentary filmmaker, and we can also see film and TV supply service. Now this relates to a new business that Graham has set up called Film Source that supplies equipment into the film and event industry. So it's not just one thing, you know, there's three separate facets of Graham's working life that are covered now in this top box, and anybody who's looking at it in just a few short words is going to have a better understanding of Graham's interests, his capabilities, and the ways that he's going to be able to help them. So in current, again, we put a little bit more detail in about what he's doing. Previous is again fulfilled out because we have more positions that we have covered underneath. His education are in there, and also we have another area just underneath the top box, which is contact information. We have an email, we have a mobile phone number, we have his YouTube channel, company website, and blog. Comprehensive, as much detail in there as you want. Some people don't want their mobile phones in, you certainly don't have to do it if you don't want to. But I think at this stage you'll agree quite a difference in just that first little section. And that's where we'll close off this video and finish for today. In a future video we'll come back and look at the other sections, which will be the summary and experience and other parts of LinkedIn profiles to show you just what you can do with them. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.